Hi guys, as usual it's me, just a voiceover, and you're watching Review Machines. Today we've prepared for you something interesting. It's very simple but really crazy all-terrain vehicles. Why are they so interesting? I think there are three reasons. The first, they are very efficient on off-roading in any conditions. The second, they have a very simple design. And the third, they are very cheap. Today we want to introduce you the newest ATVs Dobrynia. Now we'll find out if they really have all these characteristics. These machines may seem handmade, but in fact they are serial produced. Nowadays there are three models: Safari, Maxi and Transporter. They differ from each other by carrying capacity, engines and some options, but the main construction is the same. Let's have a look at it. The ATV has a waterproof integrated body, like a boat, so it can easily float. The engine can be mounted in the rear of the body or in the middle of it, according to the model. Safari has 18 HP Chinese engine. Maxi has 2 cylinders 24 HP engine. And Transporter has 15 HP diesel engine. The transmission has both manual gearbox and CVT. There are 6 wheels and rear drive axle. The steering performs by the brake system. When one of the tracks is braked, another is driven through the differential in the axle and the machine turns. It's a well-known solution and it works quite well. The tracks are also quite interesting. The base here is a conveyor belt. It's divided in 2 parts and bolted together with numerous metal parts. These parts hold the tracks on the wheels, and besides they provide perfect traction with ground. The width of the track is 400 mm. It's very effective on off-road and doesn't become cluttered with soil. Well, it's enough of theory, let's get to the practice. And first of all, let's have fun and do some drift. To my surprise, it's turned out that our ATVs are quite high-speed vehicles. That is seldom feature for such kind of machines. The manufacturer states that high speed is one of the most important advantage of these ATVs. Such impressive speed results from this transmission, that has both 5-range gearbox and CVT. So the maximum speed on a good road is up to 60 km/h. Let's check it. We have 40 km/h, but it's ice, so it's more difficult for the machine to accelerate. The steering is so simple. We have just 2 levers, each lever brakes appropriate track, and the machine turns. Again, it's very simple and doesn't take any time to get the hang of it. Well, it's enough of having fun, let's move to the serious off-roading. We are going to have quite tough tests, so we chose one of the vehicles for such a mission. It's Transporter with diesel engine. And firstly let's see how it can tackle some hills. Easy. Now the more serious slope. It seems that such angle is the limit of the ATV. It's rather dangerous to proceed on this slope with the angle about 45 degrees. Such a ditch is also not a problem for our ATV. Now we are cutting our way through the thick young forest. By the way, in fact, it's an overgrown old field, and soon it will be plowed again, so we are allowed to move here. And now we see the main advantage of the diesel engine. Yes, it's rather noisy and smoky, but it has so high torque, and our ATV is cutting its way like a little tank. Another impressive feature is the tracks. The metal hooks are definitely cut much ice. Meantime, we have a huge log across our way. Let's try to get it over. The next obstacle. Now we have quite a deep ditch with water. It seems that it's too steep, and the machine gets stuck. Let's get back and try it again, but slightly another way. Nice try. Now we can move on. One more obstacle. Small river with quite steep banks. Despite the machine is able to float, it's rather dangerous here, cause the angle of the descent is too high, and main task here is not to scoop water into the body. But it turns out not very deep here. So the machine gets over this river and immediately the next one. Now we are going to tackle one of the most difficult tasks for any ATV. It's moving from water on ice. Well, too easy. But unfortunately, it's not deep enough in this ice hole, so I can't say that it's a real test. We tried to fall through the ice, but it's proved too thick. As soon as we turned off our cameras, the most interesting things immediately happened. On the way home, our ATV moved on the steep bank and suddenly fell down in water, so the result is on your screens. Fortunately, it's alright with the driver. And it's a good reminder, no matter how good the ATV is, it's always better to choose the safest ways. And another well-known wisdom: the more capable an ATV is, the farther you will have to go for the tractor. So the old good tractor rescues us from this trap. And now it's high time for our favorite topic. Let's speak about the prices. So we have three models: Safari, Maxi and Transporter. The prices accordingly are $3,500, $4,000 and $4,800. To my mind, the prices are rather affordable, taking into account the impressive performance of these machines. Well guys, let's call it a day. Thanks for watching and please consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video. Stay with us, it will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.